Hello and welcome to another Fleet Ops audio commentary brought to you today by ClintSat. We've got a pretty exciting 1v1 here between Arash8472 as the blue Borg and Boggz as the red Klingon. So should be pretty fun. Let's see, checking avatars, and I see that Boggz is the mighty Takroja, so should see some torpedo spewing birds of prey. And interesting little dialogue going on here. Today you are human, tomorrow you are Borg. Alrighty. And Arash is the optimized avatar for the Borg. So, just been playing around a few games here. Nice friendly game. Not a tournament game, but I think these guys are hoping they get a chance to play each other in the tournament in one of the later rounds. Pardon my shameless plug for the Spring 2011 Star Trek Fleet Operations Tournament. Yeah. Anyway, if you are at all interested in Fleet Operations, I encourage you to check that out. It is on the Hitchhiker's Guide to Fleet Operations. It's on that website there. Pretty neat to see what's going on. Lots of other replays there. Alrighty, so just taking a look, see what's going on. Borg, yeah, it's kind of a slow startup. Looks like Arash's got several miners queued up, wants to get out quite a bit of ships, and his conduction matrix is getting close to being done. We see down here that Boggz has put his field yard right next to his Tritanium moon. See, he's doing that because this yard is going to give him excellent repair options for his Tritanium. Tritanium being a very critical resource to Klingons, really to all races, but Klingons especially need that extra Tritanium, and often will only focus on dilithium. So this way he can not have to babysit his try as much. He'll be able to get some stuff in there. Taking a look over here, it's got normal mining going there. You know, Boggz coming out, good baseline ship, and we have some early expansion. So let's see, first uplink should be coming out here. Now I want to point something out. Look at the map. See all this stuff here. See how it is all explored. That is because both players did a good job scouting, at least in the initial part. They caught all their moons, so they know where the expansions are to send their miners to that. All in all, still being able to keep an eye. Arash had his scout come across here, saw Boggz going up, only one extension. And here we go. And see, Arash asking why the yard is over the Tritanium moon, and I think he knows, but maybe. We'll see. Yeah, see, getting some response up here. Okay, so built the expansion, built the station right between the two moons, saves him a lot of money. Klingon stations cost a ton. You have to sell a finger and a toe just to be able to afford the Tritanium cost for that station. Very important that if you can only build one, if you can get away with only building one, that you try to. It'll save you a lot of early game cash. Scout cubes coming up. Arash looks like he's building them right on top of each other. Couple of probes setting up here, and Arash just you know, able to set up his mining. Arash really does this. He likes to keep these resource nodes way away, really far away. I think it's so he could try to get his ships back to his base a little bit faster if possible, especially if he hits some early harassment. So, taking a look at what's going on, we see that we do have field research going. Probably going to see the special research pretty soon. Taking a look at the resources up there, we see that Boggz, he's keeping his resources fairly even. He's got more dilithium coming in. 500, I'm not sure he's going to buy this research, and the reason I'm going to say that is because he's not going to have enough to Do that, plus get out this Boggz here, and probably another miner. Yeah, and we see Arash go and try first over in his expansion, and that is because he is hurting a little bit on Tritanium. So both players watching the resources, trying to make sure they're at miners on the right things. See a Periph Cube coming up first. Interesting choice. The Peripheral Cube by itself, really, I'm going to go ahead and say it kind of sucks. It's not that great by itself. Pretty horrible relative to the others. But it adds, it's special, turns all its friends into little carnivores of destruction. They eat destruction for breakfast. We have, it'll boost the DPS of the Intercepts Cube, add a Cloak Detect for the probe, and just cause general mayhem. Uses the Priv thing, and with that, look at that, catches this on the D-Cloak, beaming onto it, going to, not going to get it, but going to be darn close. Does take it out of battle for a little bit, and this Boggz really in for some trouble. I'm not sure if it's going to get away or not. We will see if it does. Trying to get the cloak, but it is going to go bye-bye. Nope, gets away. Gets away just barely. Just barely. So, actually doing a good job. This probe needs to get out of here. The Constructor is just basically a little Klingon turret. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does a decent amount. And it's pretty consistent because it's generally not fired upon. It's positioned in such a way that it can get into the yard if it can, but not in the way of other ships that can get there. We'll see if Arash catches this or he tries to go in and repair. And this is going to... This one's going to go in and gets in the repair. It's cloaked, though. It is... I think it's cloaked. Oh, it looks cloaked. So, got some ships getting hurt. 3 Scubes, not going to be just not enough to do the damage they needed to get rid of that. Rash really trying to save those Scubes, though. What he did do is... I think he got maybe 1 kill in there. Messed up mining. Really made Boggz kind of stop and think about and not build as much. He does have Cavorts queued up, but let's see. He's got the first one out there. Boggz there. Not going to be able to quite do double yard. He did an extension there, so he's going to try to do double Boggz and the odd Cavort mixed in there. Not quite going to be able to afford that without pumping out a few extra miners, and we see some going out there. Arash doing his little mining thing as well. We've got several Scubes now, 3, 4th one there. Just trying to build up and trying to keep an economy going. So taking a look at the resource situation, we got 20 CCs here. So could pop out a couple Scubes, a couple more Scubes, I guess, or could, you know, wait and try to get an adapter. I think he's just going to keep pumping out Scubes because he can. Cloak Detect adapter would be pretty good here. Maybe a double EM or an EM adaption. I think personally I would go EM adaption. Would be pretty good. That adapter enabled adapter. Adaption enabled adapter. Pretty cool. Extra little torpedo that could get fired out would be quite good. So Boggz kind of setting up. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Boggz plus his plus a Katinga. So decent number of ships could probably take this fleet. Notice we have an EM. I love that little animation on that. That is so nice. So nice. Devs did a good job on that. Actually, the whole early game Borg is very nice. I really like what they've done. These guys going after it. He's gonna try to get this scout. Might get it too. Oh, yeah, they're going to get it. Rash turned back into it. Knows that these guys are on the prowl, is going to probably go through this nebula and take a bite out of crime over here. In fact, this whole game, my mission is to put out tons and tons of incorrectly used phrases, just for fun. A little scout action with the cavort, just seeing what's going on. Kind of dangerous, as this EM field could catch it and he could get stolen or attacked. Interesting choice of targets. This guy's ready to get repaired. And Arash is targeting all over the place here. Gonna get this cavort. Pretty much no doubt about that. Meanwhile, we have a Dode here trying to push off these Boggz. Probably not going to do it. This miner's going to be gone. But Skubs going to get this constructor if they turn their fire back on it. Looks like they're not going to. They are pulling away. They stop the mining. And Arash able to successfully keep his miners going here. Coming back in, gonna try to do some damage, I guess. I'm not sure he could pull off the. Oh, he might get this miner. Notice that Boggz has got his miners split over here on try. He knows he needs to keep that up. Cannot let it go down too far. He's already pretty low. Probably needs to switch his other miners over. Boggz do take a little chunk of try. Chunk of try. Meanwhile, he's going to start losing some miners over here. If he's not careful, at least. But look how strong these Klingon miners are. Just little tankers. Probe needs to try to get out of there. And, oh, EM Skub. Will it catch this? Does not catch it. This guy is gonna die. These two, surprised they haven't retreated. Hear the Dodes going in there. I'd be careful if I were these Dodes. Good kill. This guy cloaking and getting the subsystem kill there. This Dode's gonna die. Sorry to state the obvious there. But we do see that Arash is gonna come up here. The Borg cavalry, if the Borg can have a cavalry, are charging over the hill, coming right to him. And if they're going to get some nice juicy kills over here. But Boggz is able to take out that Dode. I'd call it a win for Boggz. Oh, not able to detect that. Lucky Boggz. And going and getting the board on this guy. This guy probably gonna cloak out or get out of there. Interesting turn of events. We've got an EM, Adaption,